What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda and we are Amanda's Kitchen. I show you simple meals to cook at home. We do snacks, desserts, dinners, lunches, all the things. We are just coming into ourselves as a channel, so there's a lot of random content, but it'll start coming together as time goes on. I really love creating videos for you guys and I am excited to share another one with you. So in today's video, I'm gonna be creating a few different sauce recipes that can be used as dips, pasta sauces, really whatever you like, because I really have been realizing that a dip or a sauce really has the power to elevate any dish. So if you think you might be not the best home cook, you're probably doing fine, but you just need a little extra to elevate your food. So we're gonna make some sauces today, and then in a future video, I'm going to show you some recipes where I actually use the sauces we make in an actual recipe. So without further ado, let's get saucy. That was really cheesy. I'm sorry. All right, let's get cooking. So this first recipe we are going to be making is probably the simplest, and I think this is great because it can be a base for any other flavors you want. I'm gonna half the recipe just because I'm making so many sauces right now, but we'll need 1 cup of hummus, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt or more to taste, 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, and then water to thin it down. So we're gonna mix this all together, make our little sauce, and then this could be used as a base for any flavors that you want. You can add fresh herbs, any spices, but it's a really great way to add a little pizzazz to any meal. This next recipe is more of a dip than a sauce. It's a yogurt fruit dip and it comes together super quick. 3 ingredients, any yogurt of your choice, maple syrup, and cinnamon powder. So we just mix those 3 together and have a delicious dip for fruits, a fruit tray, maybe like a dessert charcuterie or something like that. So we're gonna need 1/2 cup of yogurt, a tablespoon of maple syrup, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon or more to your taste. This next recipe takes a little bit more ingredients, but it's gonna be worth it, I promise. This is a baby dill and ranch cream cheese spread, and this could be used as a dip for veggies, a spread for bagels, or in my next video, you'll see how I'll use it to make a veggie pizza. This is gonna be the sauce for it. So I'm gonna try and mix it with a fork and see if we can do it that way. If I can't, I'll have to get the hand mixer out, but I'm gonna try and do as much power tools, kitchen appliances as possible for this video. So we have 1 brick of cream cheese softened, 1 crushed garlic clove, about a tablespoon or so of fresh dill. You can also use fresh chives or really any other fresh herb that you like. I think it just adds a nice spice. And then we have 1 tablespoon of ranch powder. So we'll mix everything up and we'll be good to go. This cream cheese spread looks and smells so good. I ended up adding just a little bit more of the ranch seasoning and some salt to taste. So I definitely recommend giving it a taste as you go so you can make it as delicious, as you like. And this can also be made dairy-free. You can use a dairy-free cream cheese, and same with the fruit dip. You can use a dairy-free yogurt, and these can all be dairy-free. So this looks delicious. I can't wait to eat it. This next recipe is a creamy peanut sauce. There's a few more ingredients, but I think we've worked our way up to adding a few more. A little bit more work involved. We do have to crush a garlic clove, but I think we could make it. This is a great dipping sauce for spring rolls or a sauce for noodles, and it's super simple to make. We don't need a blender, just a jar to shake or to mix it up. So let's make it. Yay! All right, you guys, this next recipe is just a teensy tiny bit more complicated because we will need a box grater to grate our cucumber. Now, if you don't have a box grater, I mean, you could skip the cucumber and this is totally delicious still. So this is Tzatziki dip, and if I'm saying that wrong, I probably am. I'm so sorry. But this consists of 1 cup of Greek-style yogurt, which you can use any yogurt, but I find Greek-style yogurt is the best. Some fresh dill, a crushed garlic clove, a tablespoon or 2 of lemon juice, a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil, and then salt and pepper to taste, as well as about a 1/2 cup of grated cucumber. So we grate the cucumber, juice our lemon, chop our veggies, mix everything together, and mwah, chef's kiss, delicious. Hey, hi, hello. So real quick side note for the tzatziki dip. After you grate your cucumber, you want to squeeze as much moisture out as possible before you mix it into your dip, because this is going to water the dip down a lot, and I prefer like a thicker kind of sauce for this one. You can always water it down later if you want. You don't have to do it, but I do recommend it. You can use a sieve and like press the zucchini through the sieve to get all the water out. Or if you have like a nut milk bag or terry cloth, or not terry cloth, cheesecloth, you can put it in cheesecloth and like squeeze it over the sink, but you just want to do what you can to get some of that liquid out before you put it in your dip. All right, now let's mix. And there we have it, a delicious tzatziki dip. Top it off with some olive oil for serving. And of course, adjust seasoning to taste. You can always add more olive oil, more lemon juice, more garlic. Any of the things we added, you can add it to taste. But this is such a good dip for naan bread. You can serve it with a curry and naan and drizzle it on top. My new obsession is serving it over rice and roasted chickpeas with some vegetables. It's so delicious. The possibilities are truly endless. I hope you like this recipe. Let me know if you try it out. Hey guys, so I don't know if you've noticed, but we've been kind of building in complexity in terms of these sauce and dip recipes. So this last recipe that we are going to do is we're gonna be making a basil pesto. And I'm gonna be using basil and pine nuts for my base, but you could really use like any greens. You can use a mixture of basil and parsley. You could even make a cilantro pesto. You could use almonds or walnuts or cashews is a great substitute for pine nuts if you can't get a hold of those or if they're a little out of your price range. But it's a really customizable recipe. This is just kind of one that I like. And we do need a food processor for this. You probably could make it if you chop up the herbs really, really finely, same with the nuts, but I actually have a food processor, so that's what we're going to be using. If you don't have a food processor and you try this recipe, let me know how it turns out because I'm really curious to see the comparison. It just might not be as smooth, but like that might be really delicious. So this can be used for pasta sauces, a spread, a dip for bread, like instead of just plain olive oil. Oof, I'm getting hungry. I don't know about you, but I'm ready. So let's make this final sauce, this delicious basil pesto. All right, let's get started. Our final recipe is a simple basil pesto. Now, I have this little basil plant. I bought it specifically so I could make pesto from scratch, so I hope I can keep it alive inside. I also have pine nuts, garlic, olive oil, and then some cheese back here. Before we get to that, I wanna go over this. So we're gonna need about 2 cups of fresh basil, 2 tablespoons of pine nuts, 2 tablespoons of or not 2 tablespoons, 2 cloves of crushed garlic, and then about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of olive oil, and then same thing for the Parmesan cheese. Now, I want to talk about cheese for this recipe because we could use regular Parmesan cheese, we can use vegan Parmesan cheese, we can also use nutritional yeast and some lime juice to make this completely vegan. So I will leave a couple different recipes below depending on your dietary preferences so you could make it to fit your needs. So real talk about the pesto. I definitely did not have enough basil on my plant to make enough pesto. So I am going to have to run to the store and add more basil to my pesto to make enough for pretty much what I want to make because I'm going to use it as a pasta sauce. So I will definitely have to do that. I also am going to add in just a little bit of acid, just a little squeeze of lemon juice to finish it off. But I think you guys get the gist of this recipe. So I will have measurements and recipe linked below along with everything else. But that is as far as I can go right now with the pesto here. All right guys, that is a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed the recipes. I will link all the recipes down below and type out the ones that I kind of made from scratch. So we have the hummus dressing, which can be completely customized. We just kind of made a base sauce so you can add any different flavors you want, like barbecue or garlic or lemon, whatever you really want, even fresh herbs. We did a lot of fresh herbs today. And then we did the ranch dill cream cheese, we did the tzatziki, we did the sweet yogurt dip for fruit. We also did the peanut sauce, which is gonna be great for spring rolls. I cannot wait to make those. The weather just all of a sudden became summer where I live. It's been like cold and rainy, and today it's like 90 degrees and sunny and humid, so I'm ready for fresh produce. And then lastly, we made the pesto, which I have to make some adjustments to, but you know, live and learn. You know, this is a learning experience for me too. So let me know down below which sauce or spread was your favorite and how you used them. And then stay tuned for a future video where I'm gonna share some recipes that we actually will use these dips that we made. I didn't wanna make this video too long, so I just wanted to do the dips and sauces and spreads today. And then I'll do another video where I use some of these to actually make recipes. So let me know what you think. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'm really enjoying making content for this channel, and I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments if there's any type of video or recipe or something that you would like to try. I would love to make it with you. So I will let you get on with it, and I'll see you in the comments, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye!